Cromane is a peninsula in mid-Kerry. It's on the inner part of Dingle Bay called Castlemaine Harbour. Cromane is a shingle peninsula made up of fields. The land in Cromane is pretty good, for the type of place it is. The peninsula is about 3 miles long. It extends northwards from the Ivra Peninsula towards the Dingle Peninsula. We have a lovely long seafront and a really nice beach at one part of it. We're 7 or 8 kilometres west of Killorglin, so we're under the influence of the urban area in Killorglin. Cromane itself is heavily populated for a rural community. It's a very tightly knit community. I think Cromane is an absolutely thriving community nowadays. It has a very strong fishing industry in particular, shellfish especially. There are a lot of jobs and there's a lot of money coming into the community through that area that is percolating through all of society, because there are a lot of services needed to back up the actual export of shellfish from the area. We wanted to improve the quality of life for the people living here. We're very close to Ring of Kerry. We're going to be very close to the Greenway when that eventually opens, and our whole focus is on quality of life in this area and keeping, not changing things too much. We want our new generations to enjoy the place as much as we did, so we're not looking to change it in a crazy way, but we want to keep all the good things and try and improve some of the bad things. I think that's where we started from.
We have a beautiful beach. Sea swimming has become very popular there. We have a lovely cafe on the beach, so that's bringing people, that's helping our tourism. Our local school and the play school are both well populated, so we want to hold on to our young families. They're our future. That was the idea, again, behind the plan, to encourage them, to get them on board.
This community has a history of doing things to help each other, but it didn't have a history of engaging with the authorities. In 2017, it was felt within the Community Council that we weren't engaging very well with Kerry County Council, and we didn't have any input into some of the decisions that were being made regarding this community. So we decided that we needed to have a plan that would outline our priorities and that would allow us to engage more fully with the decision-making authorities.
Initially we got the community together. We had a public meeting. We gave everyone a questionnaire as to what they wanted for Cromane in the next 4 years, what they saw as feasible. And then we give out questionnaires to different groups, the preschool, the local primary school, the rowing club, the football club, and what they wanted and what they would want. Every so often we had public meetings, and it started to come together, what we wanted. Just people were talking like the roads, the speed limits, doing up old roads, doing up walkways, that kind of thing, proper Wi-Fi. So they hired consultants then to help us to formulate the plan. What would be the best way to present it? They recommended Geodesign to us.
Yeah, and the people that we hired were really, really good. Brendan O'Keefe was one of them, Paul O'Rourke.
Excellent.
And we ended up with
they gave us excellent advice.
a very good plan. That the whole community had
an input.
Created it,
yes.
and people were happy with it.
Yes.
And what was really good about the Geodesign was we had a one full day meeting, and we had about 40 or 50 people at it, and we split into groups on that day. So like the people who were interested in farming all sat together and they discussed what was important to them. The fishing community were together, the people who young kids, the preschool people,
tourism,
the tourists people, and each specific group spoke about and decided what was important to them and how that would fit into the plan. And we had a little group about how important it was to make the roads safer and where we should have footpaths and where speed limits should be changed and all of that kind of thing. So it allowed us to have a very definite set of objectives. And when the plan was finally finished, it meant that we had about maybe 30 specific actions that were to be completed by specific dates. And that was one of the things that the Geodesign really helped us with. We also had a complete set of maps of the area, and on those maps were marked all of the actions and what we wanted to happen in every specific area. So that's what the Geodesign did for us. And it also meant that everybody who went to those Geodesign meetings agreed on those things. So there was no conflict afterwards. Everything was agreed. It was really good because instead of going back afterwards looking for agreement about something, the agreement is actually made there while people are sitting, and there's discussion about why this particular solution is the best one.
This is where we have our meetings, our monthly meetings. There are many other activities being held here. There's dancing, the active retired meet here, the fishermen meet here. We often have fundraising mornings here, tea, coffee and different events. It's the centre of our village. This was erected to mark our fishing docks. It was a huge part of the plan. They're all done in the old Irish. It is a great source of history and reference for our children and our grandchildren. It was one of the main parts of our plan in Cromane, and it has now come to fruition. This is one of our local roadways in Cromane. For the past 20 years or more, it has been completely overgrown, impassable, and nobody could walk on it. We received funding 2 years ago, and there was a lot of work done on it, and now it has become a very popular walkway. It's in a loop and it goes right around the village, and it is very popular, very safe, and it was one of the items that was a huge part of our plan. This is signage that has been erected near our local school. This is very important of our plan to ensure the safety of our children, our teachers and the local community.
We were careful with who we chose to do the plan.
Yes.
And I think we did end up with very good people. If your original plan isn't up to scratch, the Geodesign won't give you the results that you want. So the two things go together. The plan has to be good, and then the Geodesign really adds to it and gives you the specific objectives that you really want to finish with, you know.
You have the whole community involved, and you have something credible. You have something in your hand when you go to meet the council, politicians, or anybody, any government body. You're showing them that you're serious about your area and that you want to progress your area. So the plan itself was a huge advantage.